Hey there, my fellow lunatics. Taking the Mad here. And today we are going to do a beginner's guide to defeating Malugaz. How do you kill this extremely difficult boss at such a low level? Because I will admit, it's really difficult. It took me a while to figure out the best strategy. And frankly, I think a lot of people might consider this a little cheesy. I personally consider it to be creative. So, who is Malagaz and how do you find him? Where is he? What's all that fun stuff? So, first of all, Malagaz is an optional boss that is located in the Forgotten Ruins. So, if I pull up my stone biome map, this is his location. It's this little, I don't want to call it a square because it's not quite a square, semi-round shape here, and it's not very big. As you can see, I had to explore pretty much most of the wilds, but it will appear anywhere outside of Gorm's track. So you'll never find it on the inner part. He's always going to be somewhere here in the outer area. And in my case, it was right here. Now, to summon Malagaz, you need the Crystal Skull Shards. These Crystal Skull Shards are found from killing cavelings. They're found in clay pots. They're found just scattered all over the stone biome. Once you have 10 of them, just equip them and right click and it will do this fun little animation, takes itself a sweet second, and eventually it will create the skull of the corrupted shaman. And that is what you use on the sigil up here to actually summon Malagaz. So here's what you need in order to properly and easily defeat Malagaz when you haven't even gotten past the first 3 bosses. Now, I will say that once you have opened up the wider world and you have gotten past the first 3 bosses on the map, you can get access to better gear as well as fish that give you immunity to burning damage. And when you have those fish that can give you that buff food for the immunity to burn damage, the entire fight for Malagaz changes. You can easily get in there, get into melee range, and just fight him in his arena. But in these early stages, when I have absolutely no melee skill, I barely have any range skill, my hit points are only 247, a hard mode version of Malagaz can kill me in a single shot. Originally, I really did try to defeat Malagaz in these early stages without resorting to any kind of terrain manipulation or trying to trick him in any sort of way. I did try to just brute force to see if there was a method in which I could just take him down as is, straight damage. And as you can see, it did not go well. So I need to be a little bit more creative in order to defeat him. So to that end, what we are going to do is first we are going to clear out the arena. So make sure that there's nothing in here in Malagaz's area, especially on the left-hand side. Even if you leave some stuff here, make sure you clear out the left-hand side. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to clear out a big space on the left. Just empty out as much of it as you can and get, so that it's either water or just dead air in this area. Basically what you're doing is you're making sure that there's no room or no territory for Malagaz to be able to teleport to. If all of this was covered up in wall, that would also work just fine. But you're going to need to make sure that everything is completely solid wall, that there aren't any little crevices that he could get into. Then build a bridge. I built a bridge in this little L shape here, and you're going to want to build this bridge. I like to put it right in the center of the left-hand side. So Bridges, after those bridges are built, you then want to get some stone fencing, and you're going to place that 7 stone fencing, or however many you need to be able to fill up a straight line along your bridge. You don't want to come down on the vertical spot. You just want to do the horizontal at the top, because you can still walk over here. So this is the big advantage. We can access this, but Malugaz can't. He needs at least 4 tiles to be able to teleport. So if I was to have this open right here, Malugaz could teleport right to this spot where I'm standing right now, and he would be able to get out of his arena. So what we're doing is we're preventing him from having anywhere to go. Next, you're going to need at least 23 spike traps. And you're going to want to place those spike traps all the way down on the left side here, filling this area up. And mind you, that's 21. Then you need to put 3 down on the spawning tile. It doesn't matter which 3 you fill in, just fill in 3. Once that's done, you have essentially set up the arena and you are ready to fight Malugaz. You don't need any special gear. You don't need any special weapons. You don't need any buff food, because you're not actually going to attack him. Let's go ahead and get this started. You can see what I mean. Summon Malugaz, and I run into position. Moving around to the other side here. And there he triggers when I get close. And now the spikes are just going to keep hitting him. At this point, there is nothing else to do. He's going to summon fire, but none of it's going to be able to hit us, because our fence is preventing the fire from spawning on the same tile that we're standing on. There's nowhere that he can teleport that's within range of him being able to actually hit us, because he wants to teleport as close to us as possible. So we have made that impossible. The only areas where he can safely teleport that are right next to us are trapped with the spike traps. So he just keeps teleporting over and over onto spike traps and summoning fire that cannot hit us. And now we just stand here and we wait until he dies. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the easiest way to defeat Malugaz when you are still new to the game and you have not been able to get access to the desert biome or any of the other more advanced gear. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today, and I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please be sure to leave a comment below. And if you have any questions for me, again, please feel free to leave a comment. And I hope you liked the video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Until next time, stay crazy.